Perfect.
So these are comments for both presentations. Just little things that I noticed. I mean, most of you are really working hard to speak directly to the audience. You're also referring, using gestures and such, to the screen, which is also very good. But again, I mean, the less time you spend looking at your cell phone or script, the better. Okay, so try to remember as much as you can. Again, the really good speakers, if you ever watch TED, are people who basically spend the whole time focused just on you. Okay. Some of the little things just to be careful of. One thing is, if there's a question in your presentation, make sure you actually give time for the audience to kind of respond to you. Don't just ask a question and then continue. Make sure you pause a little bit. Even if just one person makes some kind of response, you know, that shows interaction between yourself and the audience. That's why we have questions in presentations, to increase the interaction. And again, practice, 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 so that when you find words that you find difficult or you stumble over, really focus on those words, like proportionate, proportionate. Right? That was one really long, difficult word. So really focus on some of those words that you stumble over. And I noticed some of you are having trouble with things like 17 or 70, 15 or 50. Some of you are saying the opposite of the number that's written on the screen. So watch with those. They're a bit tricky as well. Another little one too, again, but that's practice. As a team, you need to practice, especially the transition. When you're moving from one speaker to the next, really practice the transitions so that it's really smooth. I noticed some of you are just sort of like pushing other people out of the way. Man, that doesn't look nice. You need to practice and be polite when you move. Don't go like this. Do it like this, slide in, so that the other persons aren't pushed out of the way. Yeah, and also be careful of the little words. Sometimes you're dropping really small words that are really important in English. For example, we're the Faculty of International Welfare Development. We are in the Faculty of International Welfare Development. We are happy to be here with you today. We are happy to be here with you today. Okay? So some of those little words actually are very important in terms of making the links in the sentences, the meanings and things. And just a few little things, comments about some of the PowerPoint files and things. The graphs, I noticed are some of them are a little difficult. That you might want to rethink or try to make a little easier. For example, this one. There we go. So this one's just a little unclear. This, I guess, refers to this, but it's really far away. So if at all possible, really try to keep the titles close to the part that they represent, okay? Because maybe you could do something with this, move this somewhere else or whatever. Really try to think about that. Is it clear? Can someone in the audience easily understand the connection between the pie chart and the information written around it? Really look closely. Get a friend to look at it. And if they don't understand it, maybe you need to change it a little bit. Also another graph. And that's another thing too. Now you've got all these great little transitions, these lines coming in, but nobody knows to do that, okay? So again, practice with the text and the PowerPoint file so that they're connected. It's great to have the transitions, but if you're just going, oh, no, I finished that. Hi, quickly. That's part of the professional polish that you want to keep working on. And this one, again, that doesn't look very good, right? Because you're breaking it in an unnatural spot. Maybe do something like, instead of using the English words, you could do So under 65 or over 65, using the symbols instead of trying to fit the words in, okay? But again, all of that is part of the practice, part of the making sure that you get someone else to look at your presentation, try to find the little things that might not be clear. So you have to really think hard about how does the audience see your presentation. Put yourself into the audience's position. Try to think like someone who doesn't know anything about your presentation. Try to catch those little things. But again, these are all little things that you will continue to practice in the second and third year. So you don't have to do everything perfectly, but always try to be aware and try to think like someone in the audience who's seeing it for the first time. Try to catch those little things. It's all part of the polish to improve your presentation. Thank you.